Hello everybody, so today we're going to be reading A New Life, Yandere Tobyx0c listener, ex Yandere Eyeless Jack. Oh my gosh, that was a lot. That was a mouthful, wasn't it? Anyways, we are currently in chapter 12, but we're going to go back a chapter for the purpose of the recap. So basically, if we don't remember, I'm going to backtrack here a little bit so we can kind of help us understand. We had to go to detention because of a, I would say, stupid reason of what happened at the gym that, sorry, that's my cat, that involves bullying and all that, etc., etc. We went to the detention with this said teacher, and he basically tried to RAPE us, but we defended ourselves, and some mysterious being helped us, wink wink, and we got out of it. So, yeah. After that said being done, we ended up going home, calling our principal, explaining to her what happened. Don't know what she did to reprimand him because they didn't really give out details in the story. All we know is that now we can get online and we just have to do certain things, like easy stuff, to graduate, pretty much. And to not worry about him or anything like that. That's what basically happened. Interesting. Anyways, now to understand the recap a little bit more, basically, you were at home. I believe you were with Tim, Toby, and Brian, and your BFF Poppy, which we met, I think, a chapter or two beforehand. And then while we were watching the news, it basically mentions how the coach, the gym teacher, had basically been murdered. And while they're watching the news, there was this bully, stereotypical bully, I know, that basically was like, he was alright, I guess, but, you know, it's oddly suspicious, because then basically mentions us in that whole situation yet again, and then told them to find our house, which I don't know if it's legally allowed for the news to do that, but they ended up going to your house, asking you questions. You answered them neutral. And then the police came in, asked the other guys a bunch of questions, then checked through your camera to make sure you were telling the truth, then came to find out that you weren't actually hallucinating and you were being actually stalked by, you know, we all knew who, and that P. asked us if she wants us to look into it, and then we were like, no, you guys have a murder to solve, and that we were gonna put we're gonna buy more cameras and put it 24/7 of it, or all that, something like that. So yep. So there will be a lot of warnings because it gets kind of a little bit crazy up in this. So first there will be mentions of stalking, bullying, roughly, vomiting, illusions, quote-unquote sleep paralysis, blood, knives will be mentioned in this. I mentioned that there will be depression and stuff like that revolving. Any other warnings that I should have warned you guys about, but probably forgot, they'll be on the screen right now. You guys have been warned. Anyways, now we are officially in chapter 12, graduation and prom. It's been about a week. It was graduation tomorrow, then prom. Man, how you wished Poppy wouldn't make you go. She didn't force you to walk up and down the aisle just to come and watch her. But you were gonna. Your mom was there, and you wanted to see if she would be fake or not. They called your name, and you walk up and got it. Everyone clapped. You saw your mother in the front row towards the side as you walk out. Do you have a speech, kid? She asked. You nod. Just a quick one. You lean into the microphone. Fuck you, Mom, you say simply. The kids in the back laugh, and even the teens in the crowd laughed. You left, and once you were close enough, you flipped her off while walking by. When everyone was taking pictures, you watched as Poppy's mom was happily taking pictures of Poppy. Oh, hun, come here, she calls for you. And you were about to go before the boys popped up. Toby throwing his arms around you and Tim fucking up your hair. Congrats! Toby smiled. Oh, thanks, Toby. But Poppy's mom, you all can come here. She smiles. You all do. Okay, I want to take a photo of just you, YN. Then of you and my little Poppy. And then I can get all of you. Also, I didn't see you boys on... We grabbed our diplomas from the office. We didn't want to walk. Tim says, cutting her off. She nods. She takes her photos, where all 5 of you were in. Tim and Brian crouched down as Toby had his arm around Poppy's, and yours is next, smiling hugely. She takes her picture. Okay. Make one with silly faces. Her mom giggles. She was about to take the photo before your mom yanked you. Stop being a slut around these boys. You are going to come home and become a Catholic Christian whether you want to or not, she hissed. I said fuck you and I meant it. You hissed, yanking yourself away from her. I fucking hate... I can't take this seriously. I fucking hate you. Just wish you would fuck off. Stop trying to change me, you whore. Can never take anything seriously. You hissed at her. She gasps. Get the fuck out of my life, you hiss. She glares and tries to grab you. You slap her hand away. Then Poppy's mom gently grabs you, pulling you back. I think you should leave, Diala, she says. Your mom tries to fight with her, but she gets pushed to her car by Poppy's mom. She enters and drives angrily. You were talking to Toby and Tim as Brian and Poppy watched. Your mom tried to fucking run you over. Toby yanked you out of the way as she aggressively drove past. You were so glad you blocked her on everything and got a new phone. Everything and anything to keep that crazy bitch from interacting with you. You look up as you were held to Toby's chest. Tim, Brian, and Poppy and her mom come over. Are you alright, hun? Poppy's mom asked. Yeah, thanks, Toby. You look up at his slightly blushing face. He stares down at you. You can let go of me now. You say as his grip tightens a bit, then he does. You lean back a bit and look at everyone around. They ignored everything. Mama, can you drive the boys home? Poppy says before Tim cuts her off. No, we're good. We'll go home with YN. Then we can walk the rest of the way. Are you sure, hun? Poppy's mom asks. Yep. Tim nods. How can she not tell that these are probably 20 or 30-year-olds? I'm still surprised. And so, all 4 of you get into your truck. Because it only holds 3 people, you calmly sat in Toby's lap with your feet on Brian and Tim as Tim drove. You made sure all of them were comfy before Tim left, and they were fine. Once home, Toby picks you up and puts you on Brian's lap and climbs out before helping you out. Tim and Brian leaving from the other side. You chuckle as you were helped by Toby. You all hung out and talked for the next few hours. You ordered pizza. You shared yours with Toby as Tim and Brian had their own. After a while, they left. You slept. The next day, you were woken at 10 by Poppy floating on top of you. Holy! You hissed. Bro, it's freaking 10. Why is it so early? It's not that early. To me it is. My sleep paralysis has gotten worse. It started to touch me and shit, and it started to leave actual bruises. It hurts and I hate it. Wait, are you sure it's sleep paralysis? No, but whatever. It helps me to actually sleep, so that's what I call it. You sigh and sit up. You look up and see the 3 proxies. Man, you really are gonna make us go to prom, huh? Yep. She chuckles and yanks you up. The next 2 hours were everyone trying on dresses or suits. The boys all wore black and white ones. Poppy wore a very pretty short pink dress that was frilled and a bit puffy, making her look like a cute little princess. You, on the other hand, refused to wear a dress. She made you, so you wore a black one, black boots, and black knee-high socks. The dress was basically Poppy's, just a bit longer and black. But it only had straps, unlike Poppy's, who had a cute off the shoulder thing with the long sleeves. She wore high heels. And then she wore high heels. After Poppy's mom and you paid for everything, you all got to your house and you were immediately yanked into the bathroom as Poppy and her mom put light makeup on your face. Lipstick, foundation, eyeliner, mascara, and that's it. Poppy's mom did the same for Poppy and puts a little bit of highlighter and bronzer. And a little bit of blush. Yeah, she normally didn't like her in makeup, but it's prom, so... You sighed softly. You hated this. Well, you get used to it eventually, huh? Anyways, chapter 13. The prom. By the way, what is that? Oh, for a minute, honestly, when it looked like this, like right there, it looked like, hold on, fucking alien astronaut space type of deal. I don't know what I was thinking. Oh, that's funny. Anyways, yes, you basically hate everything, but you didn't want to go to prom. You wanted to stay home and do anything else, but no. Actually, you wanted to stay home and sleep. That's what you'd rather do. You sighed and stood up, leaving the bathroom. Can I borrow one of your boys' jackets? I don't like my shoulder showing, you say. Toby immediately takes off his jacket and gives it to you. You thank him and put it on. Soon you all leave just before it starts. Poppy's mom's car was big enough to fit everyone, as it has seven seats. Poppy in the front, Tim and Brian in the middle, and you and Toby in the back. You both awkwardly sit there not talking. You look very pretty, like always. Toby compliments, trying to break the awkward silence between you two, and only you two. Thanks. You look pretty good in a suit, Toby. You say with a soft smile, looking at him. Okay. His face was a light red as you made eye contact. Oh, thank you. He smiles. So, I'm assuming you're my date? You joke. Oh, right. One of us will have not... One of us will have not to have a date? One of us will not have a date. There's just 5 of us. I'm fine being alone. You say, yeah, but then you cut Poppy off. Tim and Brian, you and Toby. You shrug. Ooh. She mumbles. You chuckle. I'm fine with being alone, Brian offers. So, Tim with Poppy and Toby with me? Ooh, who says I don't want Toby? Poppy smirks. Because you wouldn't like a dude with a hole in his face. You laugh. Both you and Toby now hug. Now hug? What? Now hug the rest of the chair? Okay, I'm so sorry. This is confusing writing. Both you and Toby now hugs the headrest of the chair in front of you in the... I'm gonna skip that. I'm gonna fuck it up more. You behind Brian and Toby behind Tim. Damn. Toby says jokingly and laughs. He felt kind of hurt from that comment. If he's not good enough for Poppy, then how can he be good enough for you? To him, Poppy isn't better than you, but to others, she is. Oh, it's fine. I like weird shit like that. You shrug as Poppy's mom drives into the parking lot. Oh. He blushes softly. Once the car stopped, Brian and Tim leave the car. Tim helps Poppy out. Okay. Toby hops out of the car and offers you his hand. You gently take it and let him help you out of the car. You 5 go inside, Brian opening and holding all of the doors. You and Poppy thanked him each time. Once in the gym, it was held in. Everyone was dancing, drinking, the definitely spiked punch, and definitely having fun. No one stopped to glare or stare, and it was nice. You all actually had fun. When certain songs would play, you would dance with Toby and in the corner and just be a dork with him. A slow song came on. Want to go dance? You were surprised. You do a little dancey dance? Sure. He chuckles. No, I mean dance out there, he says. You look over at the dance floor and hum gently. Sure. He gently grabs your hand and pulls you to the middle of the dance floor. You both tried to dance to the music, and soon everyone had moved and watched you, as you both were pretty okay at dancing. Okay. Near the end of the song, Toby picks you up by the waist and spins. He drops you a bit, having you land on just your feet before spinning and dipping you. You giggle as the song comes to the end. You notice everyone watching. Well, look at that. That sounds like a movie I've watched. Toby. He looks around and stands you up. What, have never seen someone dance before? He says, and twitches again. Not two freaks, no, says one of the bullies. You grab Toby's hand. Let's go, Toby, come on. No, he hisses, yanking his hand from yours. Toby, they have messed with you and bullied you for too fucking long. I hate watching it as you said, take it, but when they mess with me, you snap back at them. Toby, calm down. You say softly. His twitches became worse. Calm down, he hisses softly. Yeah, Toby. No, I won't calm down. I'm tired of it. He hisses. About what, Toby? You letting them bully you. Nah, that's because she's weak. Girl, didn't she just rattle your ass earlier? Just saying. A girl laughs. No, she isn't. You are the weak one. You gently grab Toby's arm. Calm down. You hiss and yank him out of the gym. Everyone laughed and ignored what had just happened. You shove Toby against the wall and stand crossing your arms. Fucking shit, Toby, you might hurt someone. I don't care. He twitches. Why not, Toby? Because they don't shut up, and they don't ever stop. They're treating you like you're nothing. I'm so sorry that, stuttering would make it better, but yeah. That's because I am Toby. I am nothing. I don't think I'm even human. Okay, that sounds like, okay. Toby, listen. I don't care if they pick on me, but you might kill. I would never do that to myself. Not yourself. Them. Oh yeah, I'll probably become like a very weird murderer that only kills people from their high school, and I don't care. Just please, stop. You say softly. Fine. He says softly, looking down. I'm gonna go home. You say softly. Go tell Poppy, and I'll walk you home. He says, you smile softly. You are used to his bipolar personality, but liked it when he switched from what seemed to be a crazy psycho to a loving friend. You went and told Poppy, then you left with Toby. You both just walked and enjoyed each other's company. You let him even borrow one of your earbuds so you can play music. Interesting. Chapter 14. Insane. Ain't no way. I was like, oh, are we meeting these two? Oh, no. We did. But surprisingly, not a lot of people actually know who this man is, or thing, really. Honestly, I don't know. So I can't tell if, the very bottom one is clockwork or not, because I do not see a clock on her ass. But if it is clockwork, I don't know if it is clockwork or not, but I might be very, very wrong. But this is Toymaker, Laughing Jack, Ben Drown, Jeff the Killer, a Candy Pop. I forgot. This is either Clockwork or... I have not seen barely any Clockwork. So I think people are forgetting about that character. But anyways, Chapter 14. Insane? After prom, the static seemed to be non-stop now. Only small hour-long breaks, which seems long, but you started to get used to the static. You felt completely insane, but you didn't feel alone. You felt as if someone was right there, waiting for you. Someone that will steal you and keep you away from all this, or someone that will help you embrace it so you can join these weird figures you are seeing around. Your life, even if you no longer go to school, was crazy. It felt like some huge nightmare, although something tells you you won't wake up from it. You sat alone in your locked house. All blinds, curtains, everything was closed and locked. Sometimes you feel like you were hearing things all around and that someone or something was just out of that thin sheet of glass or a door that shouldn't be too hard to knock down. If you wanted to, at least, or if you were as strong as Toby. You feel a shiver go up your spine from that night. That weird vision of the boys and that one girl coming back. Man, you hated it so much. You didn't hold it against the boys, though. You doubt that they would actually kill someone, right? Right? You felt dizzy again. Your vision went in and out of focus and you became filled with anxiety and paranoia, like most nights. Poppy had even said that there was a spare room in her house. How come you didn't just move in there? Oh, that's because you don't want to be the adopted child of a Hispanic mother. You love Poppy and her mom and dad, but you were sassy as fuck and know you wouldn't survive a day with her as her mama. Anyway, your mental health started to go downhill faster than ever. It was at an okay level and occasionally would go back up when it was the weekend, etc., etc. But now that school was done, you thought you would just become better and less stressed, focus on your job, not having to deal with people from school. But of course, you just can't have anything good, can you? What had happened was that your weird, once okayish symptoms of a weird illness became worse. Nosebleeds, where your nose would drip blood and sometimes even gush it. The visions had became more vivid and disturbing. You would wake up and see your dead dad's ghost your dead dad's ghost-like being flying at you, screaming that you were the reason he killed himself. Then the static, of course. There seemed to be a no voice, a deep, echoey male voice telling you to kill, harm, or do something like that to the others and people around you. You would know now, constantly puking up blood, and would have these huge coughing fits. Because of this, Poppy and her mother brought you to a hospital, and the doctors could only give you pills that helped with the voices, the coughing up and puking blood, as well as tried to help with the vision of your dad. That only stopped those visions / illusions instead of all of them. They were also taking a lot of tests on your blood. The results were all over the place. So many different illnesses that weren't even that common in people or most animals, which struck you as weird because they are so weird and seem to be so random. One day you were researching these illnesses. A lot of the illnesses and symptoms always brought you to weird police cases, and a fiction character, as there was sightings of him everywhere before people would claim to have these same illnesses. He then saw a few police reports that all seemed to end in either a dead end or the person dying. Tobias Aaron, Toby Rogers, Brian Thomas, Timothy Tim Wright, and so many more. But those names stick out to you, as all these three seem to be either dead or missing. You stand and get dizzy, which was just some of your iron deficiency at its finest. Over the next few days, you became obsessed with these cases. You finally confirmed that those 3 cases were definitely about your friends. You became even more paranoid by it. You hummed gently and texted the group chat named The Boys, which were just Tim, Brian, and Toby. The Boys. Hey, can you 3 come over? Tiki Man, why? Sum up? You. Just come over here, you 3. Elvis, Tim, okay. Dead inside, Brian, okay. Tiki Man, okay, be right there. You. Good. You put your phone away and sit on your couch. About 20-ish minutes later, they come over and knock. You open the door and lock it right behind them when they enter the room. Go sit on the couch. You say. You were now very unsure about these 3. One acted like one of your 2 stalkers. The weird vision which became reoccurring. Now, these 3 were supposed to be dead or missing. You had a knife behind your back pocket, ready to fight if needed. What's up? Tim asked. You put up all of your evidence. You three are supposed to be dead or missing. One of you have very similar characteristics to one of my stalkers, and when I zoned out of the cafe, I thought I saw you three chasing me through the middle of the woods with a strange girl, explaining everything that's been happening since I met you three. Everything has been crazy. I now have all these weird diseases and illnesses, and my mental state is beginning to plummet faster than when someone falls down on a mountain made of ice. You hiss. You felt so crazy and weird yelling at your three friends as if you were blaming them for everything. I would too, honey, I would too. Chapter 15. The truth. And you felt like you kind of were, yelling at them, expecting answers that you shouldn't be asking them. Toby says softly as they all look at each other. Okay, we can explain. Tim sighs. You gasp. You were actually slightly confused. You weren't actually expecting them to answer you. You have been chosen since you were a child by Slenderman. Tim says, you choke on your own spit. What? You ask. Slenderman wishes to have you as a proxy. But Brian simply says, I don't think. Why? You could barely speak. You didn't understand. They explained everything. Slenderman being real, to normal people they were dead or unreal. But to people like you, they were definitely real, and you were one of them. Slenderman, Jeff the Killer, all of them. They are seen as a myth to normals, so they don't freak out, and so they can hunt people without people thinking that it's these fictional characters that every teenage girl either thought was quirky or cute to like them, or had a genuine crush on one of them like Slender or Jeff. Tim's nickname, or killer name, was Masky, Brian's was Hoodie, and Toby's was Ticky Toby. And there were definitely more than just a few more popular creepypastas that came to life at night and hunted unfortunate people. You sat there dumbfounded. All of this was real? All of it? The weird I'm not like the other girls starter pack of the creepypasta fandom pack was all real? So those two chicks try to kill a bitch for someone who was real and not just some weird internet legend. Ugh. You look at them. You three are fucking insane. You hiss and take a step back. No, well, yes, but not in the way you think. We are telling the truth. And if you want, we can prove it to you right now. You just have to stop taking those meds and listen to us for a minute. Tim says, No, I'm not going with you three psychopaths, you hiss. They all look at each other and nod. Toby stands, and in a second Toby had you in his grasp and held you tight. His hand gripped at your wrist tight. His hand gripped your wrist tightly, leaving bruises. Ow, Toby, that hurts. You say softly. He twitches, which makes his grip tighten. I know, just calm down, he says as you glare at them. Calm down! Do you three not hear your fucking selves? You three are supposed to be dead. And you three aren't some proxies of a fictional character. You three need some serious mental help. Like, right fucking now, you hiss. Listen. Toby says, gripping you tighter. You need to calm down. You are in a state called denial. You need to realize that this is real. You three are just fucking insane, you hiss, trying to struggle against a stronger proxy. Okay, listen. We understand how this might feel. Just calm down and trust us. Tim says, fine. On two conditions. What are they? 1. When this isn't real, you three fuck off. Never talk to me or Poppy again. Fair enough. Second. Fair enough. Second. You tell me who my stalkers are. It's Toby and Jack. Brian said bluntly. Toby holding me right now, Toby? You look at him. He smiles nervously and nods. Can I add a third? No. Fuck. You hiss out. Wait, who's Jack? Eyeless Jack. Another person you will meet. Sure. You became skeptical this Jack guy even existed. They were leading you through the forest silently. God, I hate being in the hands of someone as one of my stalkers, but not gonna lie, it wasn't as alarming as I first thought. You shake your head. Excuse me? What? Of course it's bad. I'm basically at the mercy of an insane teenager who's stalking me. Get it together, man. Is he even a teenager? You shake your head again. You look around. Is there a way for me to escape? Don't try to escape. You can't. Simple as that. Tim says as he steps over a fallen tree. You did the same with the help of Toby, as you did have to... He did have some restricted movements of how tightly he held you. You were gonna have some bruises from all this. You sigh. Near the mansion, you had given up. These three would see... These three were wrong, and I was right. Then they'll kill me for some dumb shit I didn't even do. You sigh before freezing, looking up at the very big mansion. It was hugely red and seemed fancy. Whoa, you mumbled. These are 3 teenagers, possibly adults. How long did they have to take to fix up this old mansion? Yep, boss made it. He fixed this place up and made it a livable place. Boss. Slenderman. Brian says as Tim opens the door. You sigh. Damn back to that. You get slightly shoved in while Toby pushes you. Once inside, the strong scent of blood hits you. You actually liked this scent. You smelt around a bit and suddenly got a bit hungry. What are you, a vampire? You shake it off thinking you hadn't eaten in a few hours, so you didn't care. It looked nice in there. You get pushed in and you freeze once again. Whoa. Those are the real killers known around as creepy pasta. What the fuck? So these boys weren't crazy? What the fuck? Nah, I would be what the fuck too, because what in the motherfuck? Alright, I'm gonna be reading one more chapter, cause I can. So yeah, but before we do, let's identify, I say most of these characters, cause you might or might not need to know them. Okay, so first thing, basic, Jeff the Killer. Jeff the Killer, the ugly one. Jane the Killer, the one that is supposed to have a mask, but for some reason they draw her without it. Yeah, whatever. This, I forgot her name, but I know what she is. She's something that involves with an angel. It's the tip of my tongue. I cosplayed her. I remember cosplaying her when I was young. Crap. Can't remember her name, but I remember cosplaying her. Tiki Toby, Masky, Hoodie. I don't even know who the hell that is. Hero Brian, Ben Drowned, Zero, Eyeless Jack, obviously Slenderman. Don't know who she is. I know who she is. I don't know. I cosplayed this girl in particular, but I can't remember her name. Jason the Toy Maker. I can't remember your name. Sally, Laughing Jack. It starts with a K. This one is trying so hard to remember because I just cosplay these characters. Some involves with Pokemon. Candy Pop, Bloody Painter, Clockwork. Don't know her name. I don't remember his name either, but I know who he is. Puppeteer, yeah, Puppeteer. Don't know who that is. And then we got obviously Zaldo and his ugly ass, if that is Zaldo. Or, oof, there's much more creepypastas than these, but I don't know who the hell that is. He came out of nowhere. I don't know who the hell that is. But anyways, chapter 16, The Mansion. You look at the boys. You can let me go now, you tell Toby. They look at each other. He does, and looks at you. Everyone looks at you. The sudden attention made you hug yourself and take a step back towards Toby. You stood uncomfortable. Some of them stand and walk over. Oh, this is the new one Slendy has been after for a few years, huh? Asks a pale one with a huge cut smile. That one's Jeff the Killer. Yeah. It's been so long you had probably forgotten most of their names. He pulls out a knife and tries to stab you, and as an instinct, you grab his wrist and twist it, breaking his wrist and making him drop the knife. Holy fuck! Ow! He hisses, yanking his wrist from you and grabbing it gently. Shit. You cover your mouth and laugh softly. Some of the others laugh or smirked. Bitch. He hisses under his breath. Don't call her that, Toby hisses. The one with the blue mask and black holes for eyes walks over. That's Eyeless Jack. Yeah. Jeff, go talk to Slenderman about your wrist and man up, he says. Jeff sticks his tongue out and leaves. I don't smell blood on you, so I'm guessing he didn't get you, he says. Yeah. Oh, no, bro. No. I'd be like, ooh. I'd be like that freaking Mexican mouse. Oh, no. I'd be out. I would fade into thin air. How fast I would be running. Never coming back. I swear. You take a step away from your two stalkers. Are you okay? Too many people paying attention to me, you say softly.
Hello, child,
says a familiar voice. You look over towards the sound of it and see the Slender Man. You take a step back and trip into Tim and then trip back onto Tim this time. As you moved away from Toby and EJ and Tim caught you. Holy shit. You hiss and try to back up more into Tim.
Child, calm down. You'll be fine. Stand up straight.
You do as told, kind of forcibly as Tim had pushed you forward a bit. I was like, oh, you know what? I'd like to go back home, suffer these strange illnesses, never come back. Hey, what's up, Slenderman? I imagine her saying it like that. Anyways, you ask nervously.
Everyone go back to paying attention to other things. She's not used to any positive attention.
Slenderman basically called you out on that. He gently places his hand on your back.
Come along with me, child.
He says. You follow as he gently pushes you a bit each step. You both get to his office and he sits down. What's up? You ask, standing in front of his desk. You weren't like usually polite, so you didn't treat this tall man any differently than if a cop who you didn't respect was talking to you. You did feel more comfortable speaking to him when he popped out of nowhere. You no longer felt freaked out as you processed that this was reality, as you held the pain of when Toby grabbed you, etc.
I suggest you be more polite to me currently.
Why? You won't kill me. You think I'm strong enough to be one of your creepypastas. And not to mention, you rather get me before the big demon bitch does.
How do you know about him? I specifically told the boys not to tell you about that demon.
Yes, well, when I was younger, I took comfort in yours and the other's backstory. And also felt better when I didn't think they were real. But looking at this now, this is weird but real, and I know I am no longer scared.
I started to see you as your potential when you were about that age. I noticed how you reacted and how you were thinking about them. You weren't some crazy fangirl, which also made me think you were perfect to be one of us.
Interesting. Ha, thanks. I'm also being stalked by EJ and Toby, if you can do something about that, because they have been basically tormenting me for like 3 years. And at first I thought it was just paranoia and very weird sleep paralysis, but I realized it was both of them stalking and being in my room at night, and I wish that wouldn't happen anymore if you want me to stay.
I already talked to them about it. They said it was to be closer to you, and they will at least bring back this. They'll at least bring back the stalking and watching you sleep if you live/work with us and such.
So you aren't concerned one of them will like do anything?
They may be killers, but I make sure they know their manners for when they want someone.
Oh, okay. Thanks, man. So like, am I a proxy or just a killer now, you ask?
You are your own killer. You may be useful, but for now you won't have any missions. Even if you're just a killer, it doesn't mean you won't be doing missions or things I ask of you to do, okay?
Okay. You shrug. You understood and were okay with it. He dismisses you and you leave. Once you left the room, Toby and Eyeless were waiting. We were waiting for you, EJ says. Oh, yeah, I know. You nod. So who's gonna like show me around? You ask. I can, Toby says, shoving EJ to the side. You were uncomfortable as you knew they were your stalkers, and you didn't want them to fight. Okay, how about you both show me around so you two like won't kill each other over this because you are creepy stalkers? You say and start to walk around. They look at each other and follow, both constantly trying to one-up the other while leading you around. While they led you around, they introduced you to everyone they come across as well. Well, I would continue reading, but I'm going to leave y'all guys on that cliffhanger because, listen, your girl needs to sleep. I have to go to school tomorrow, and it is 12:33. I might lose my mind. But I was also doing my hair at the time, so I'm not, I'm obviously not going to go crazy over it. But anyways, I know some people that are creepily in a way, just ugh. Like, I remember I recognized people that were like way into creepypasta. So far to a point where I remember this one person that had an account. They called themselves Lou Woods, but basically Jeff the Killer's brother, And I was live at some point in my young life, and I was not really in character per se. Sometimes I would be in character, but I wasn't like fully in character because I was young and I wanted to have fun. The point is to have fun because I was cosplaying during this time, and I still am, just not as much because, life. But, and they went into this live and basically said that they were Lou and just, I don't know. And their whole account was all about Lou and all this stuff, but they never really got out of the character. So whenever they were like in this chat and everything, it kind of concerned me, to be honest, because like the more I think about it, after that like little event of them just basically talking and then saying that they were aloof, and I was asking, some obviously like how was your brother, something like that, like Jeffrey and everything, as jokingly. But I swear to you, like, the more I thought about it and the more I think about like after the live and seeing their account, it kind of creeped me out. I'm not gonna lie to you a little bit, because I think they fully believed that they were Lou Woods, because every single video, the same thing, all of them, not one different cosplay, not one thing. So I think they truly believed they were Lou Woods, or they were just really good at acting as Lou Woods, as an account or something like that. But I don't know how this person is doing currently. I haven't seen them in like forever, so I don't know if they deleted their account or not. Never thought back to actually look for the person, but kind of did creep me out the more I thought about it. But yeah, that's my like little story time, I guess. Anyways, skimming over that, what do you guys think is gonna happen in the next chapter? In the comments down below, let me know. Because it seems as though the creepypastas are starting to start taking a weird Yandere kind of liking, or kind of, like I have a crushy like on our character. This would certainly be interesting, to say the least. It's okay so far. Definitely, I did like so far about make the people believe that they're fake, but in reality they're real. Something like that. I kind of did like that. But it's a little confusing. I wish they kind of explained it a bit more clearly, though. But then again, this must be like an old story or a more newer, but like, brand new author story. So I'm not expecting it to be perfect. No story is perfect, but but yeah, I don't want to criticize it too much, because damn, but obviously some tips are always helpful. Anyways, not trying to overly talk here. So if you guys have any recommendations of what I should read, leave it in the comments down below, and I'll look into it, and I'll put it in a whole like little voting thing. So we'll see. We shall see. I do have some stories that I would like to read to you guys. Now I read this particular story that was really, really good. It involves BHMA, and it's just really good. I don't want to spoil too much, but it's really good. I really like it. If you guys want to know more about it, I have it linked in my link tree, so if you want to check it out, you know, you can check it out, alright? It's in my, or you just can go straight into my Wattpad account and look into my list that says books that need more attention, so make it easier for you guys. But anyways, I do hope you guys did enjoy this video though. Like, subscribe, and hit that notification bell for more amazing videos, guys. So your girl's gotta go. I hope you guys did enjoy Mother's Day. Very late Mother's Day. Do apologize for that. And school is ending, y'all. School is ending very soon for me. So very excited, very excited. If I post this by Friday, school is already over. So, anyways, I'll see y'all guys later. Bye and peace.